The one co-star Alda couldn't stand on the MASH cast. MASH remains one of the most popular television shows of all time, with its clever blend of humor and drama that pulled millions of viewers in for each episode. The Korean War set series changed the medium. Its conclusion still holds the record for the most people ever watching a scripted show on American television. The characters and the people who portrayed them are still well known. As great a phenomenon as MASH was, there are surely some behind-the-scenes mysteries that even the most ardent fans are unaware of. Until now. Many times the performers had no idea which characters would perish, which performers really served in the military, and why was Loretta Swit on the verge of leaving the show? All of the MASH mysteries are revealed here. The show is based on a book. MASH is based on Richard Hooker's 1968 novel, MASH, a novel about 3 Army doctors, which he wrote under the pen name Dr. H. Richard Hornberger and with writer W.C. Heinz. The cast switched parts. McLean Stevenson, who eventually played Henry Blake, originally wanted to portray Hawkeye. There were real soldiers on set. Prior to the series, both Jamie Farr and Alan Alda had genuine military experience. After graduating from Fordham University in New York, Alda joined the Army Reserve. Farr joined the Army for 2 years, serving in Japan and Korea after the war ended. Alan Alda and Mike Farrell's competitive nature. Alan Alda spoke about the competitive attitude between Mike Farrell and himself in his book Never Have Your Dog Stuffed and Other Things I've Learned. We had a physical rivalry as well, competing to see who could learn to stand on his hands first, Alda remembered. He had learned judo in the Army, and whenever I was called to set, he would go behind me and see if he could trip me and knock me down. For Farrell, the most heated argument occurred between the two over a sequence in which BJ was clearly behaving out of character. One comedian turned down a role. Trapper John was offered to comedian Robert Klein, who rejected it. Klein would go on to have a successful comedic career with approximately 100 credits to his name. Wayne Rogers never signed. Wayne Rogers, who portrayed Trapper John McIntyre, was free to quit the series at any time since he never signed a contract. Klinger wasn't gonna be straight. The character of Klinger, who was originally only supposed to appear once, was going to be homosexual. The character would go on to become one of the greatest and most beloved on the program. The laughter grew quieter. The producers intended to avoid using a laugh track at the start of the series to underscore the severity of the subject matter. CBS declined but permitted them to film the operating room sequences without one. As the series progressed, the manufactured laughter became more muffled. The pilot was written fast. The first episode of MASH appeared on September 17, 1972. Larry Gelbart wrote the pilot, and Gene Reynolds directed it, earning Reynolds a Directors Guild of America award. The pilot was nominated for 2 Emmys, one each for director and writing. Larry Gelbart spent 3 days writing the episode. When you consider how many prizes it received, it was a remarkable achievement. The show kept secrets from its cast. Only Alan Alda was aware of the Henry Blake character's demise before the shooting. There was serious star power. Before becoming renowned, stars such as Ron Howard, Leslie Nielsen, and Patrick Swayze participated in the show. The show was way longer than the actual war. Although the Korean War lasted for roughly 3 years, the series lasted 11 years, beginning on September 17, 1972, and ending on February 28, 1983. There were a total of 256 episodes. Alda did it all. Alan Alda, in addition to his leading role, directed 31 episodes and co-wrote 13, multitasking at its finest. Radar's bear was sold. Radar's characteristic plush bear was supposedly missing for 30 years until it was discovered and auctioned off. Who was the successful bidder? Gary Berghoff, the actor who played Radar. The time capsule was found. The characters buried a time capsule in a final season episode. A construction worker discovered the capsule buried where the set stood months after shooting was over. Loretta Swit appeared in all but 11 episodes. Loretta Swit, who portrayed the spunky blonde nurse, Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan, was one of just 4 cast members who stayed for all 11 seasons. She appeared in all but 11 of the 256 episodes throughout that incredible span. Swit's favorite films were Hot Lips and Empty Arms, Margaret's Engagement, and The Nurses. Alda's accomplishments. Alan Alda was the first individual to win Emmys for writing, directing, and acting for his work on the series. The names are significant. Even the names given to minor characters were often noteworthy. One 1977 chapter, for example, has characters named after the California Angels baseball club of the same year. The ex-girlfriend. One character was named after the writer's ex-girlfriend, which adds to the name link. We suspect that character was not the finest. The cast complained a lot. As the series progressed, the performers became increasingly outspoken about their plots. The creative team retaliated by having them play out winter scenarios in heavy clothes outside in 90-degree conditions. Walter TV spinoff. MASH spinoffs abound, including this one in which Walter, Radar O'Reilly, returns home after the war, loses his family, and becomes a detective. It was only broadcast once. Klinger got lucky. Klinger was only scheduled to make an appearance once. He was, however, so popular with viewers that he quickly became a regular character. Aaron, real-life daughter. In honor of his real-life daughter of the same name, actor Mike Farrell altered the name of his character's daughter to Aaron. Potter's real wife's photo. The photograph of Potter's wife, Mildred, that appears on his desk throughout the series is of Potter actor Harry Morgan's actual wife. The finale was not final. The famed last episode was not the final segment shot. The next episode, as time goes by, was really the last to be shot.